Hey there you guys, it's Melissa Summers and I'm here with my friend Kat Keddington, and we are going to be going over the 6 questions to ask for testimonials, for great testimonials that you can use in your content marketing. So Kat here is going to be helping out. She's going to ask the question that you want to be asking your clients, whether you're sending them a form or maybe you're asking them in person and you're recording it. And then I'm going to explain the whole reasoning behind it, because there's actually a psychology to why you should ask these 6 questions in this specific order.
Okay, so here's the first question. Before you purchased, what was your main concern about our service?
Okay, so when we look at traditional testimonials and reviews, we're like, hey, how did you like it? Great. Like, that doesn't give us any kind of story. So by asking this question first, you're asking your client or your customer to think back, to start recalling memory about where they were when they decided to make that purchase. You're eliciting not just a standard, maybe uncomfortable, it was great, or that kind of terrible testimonial that you can't use in your content marketing, and getting them to give you an answer about where their pain was and which drew them to making their purchase either a product or a service from you.
What did you find was the result of working with us?
Okay, so this is where now you have to follow up that first question with this. You elicited a pain point or a struggle or an issue they were experiencing, which brought them to purchasing from you, and then now you're really getting them to think about the story in their own mind. Did it solve the problem? Ideally it did. If it didn't, it's still going to give you some really good information about how to improve it. But this is the follow-up question that has to come after that very first question. How did the product or the service address those needs that they first initiated in that first question?
What specific thing did you like most about our service?
Okay, this is kind of a standard testimonial or review question, but now that we've talked about pain points, talked about how we address those with the customer or the client, now we're asking them to come up with their most positive experience. But we've already started their brains thinking about memory, so they're not just giving us flat, it was great, I had a great time, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. Now they're giving us a story. Now we're eliciting a much better response, a lot more words, stuff that you can use in content marketing at this stage in the process.
What would you say are the top 3 benefits of our service for you?
Okay, so everybody loves the top 3. Everybody loves a list. That's what BuzzFeed has taught us, that everybody loves a list. So you got them to give you their very first one. It's a natural segue to get them to talk about other things, because if they come up with their very first one, it's a natural thing for them to say, oh, well, I really like this part too, and I really like this. And it can also give you something that you might not be realizing that you could be emphasizing more in your marketing. They could be pointing out a benefit that you might not really be putting a heavy emphasis on, or maybe you weren't even aware it was providing to your clients or customers.
Would you recommend our service? If so, why?
Now that is a total standard question, but it comes at the end of our storytelling journey with all the other questions. So when they say yes, it's not like, yeah, or yes. It's a yeah, it's a hell yeah, I really do want to work with you, because look at this list of awesome things I told you about. I talked about my pain, I talked about how you solved it, I talked about how awesome that solution was and all the other things that went with it. So you're getting a much more enthusiastic, yes, I would recommend it, and that is going to be dynamite in your content marketing.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Okay, the final question is definitely a catch-all, but it's there to make sure that if there is anything else a customer or client wants to share with you, maybe it is a negative thing, maybe it is something that you can work on, again, giving you insight into what your customer's specific needs are, especially from someone who's already purchased. If you can elicit that, and they're already in that storytelling thinking memory mode, so get it out there, then you can make your product that much better, or you can tweak your marketing so that you're addressing how you're solving solutions in ways that maybe you're not doing already, and make, again, your content marketing that much more powerful. Well, there you have it. Those are the 6 questions that you need to ask to get great testimonials for your content marketing. There needs to be a specific order. There's a whole psychology behind why we ask in that order. If you have further questions, there's more information about those down below in the article. And if you'd like a great infographic to share and use in your own business, it's all the way at the bottom of the article, so check that out. My name is Melissa Summers. I'm with Go Big Creative, and thank you so much, Kat, for helping me out today.